Time to go to work.
What? Oh, what is this? Ew, what are these textures? Mount Furious, what are you doing? Mount Furious, no! No! Well, no, let me stop you right there, unsuspecting visitor. This is one of the best games of all time, alright? This is Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. I don't think you know what you're talking about when you're saying, it looks gross! Yeah, okay, it came out in 1999, but look at this. This is a game that came out 16 years ago. Look how it looks. In my opinion, this looks pretty good. It looks a lot better than my PS1 games did at the time. Right? Honestly, did your PS1 games look like this? No. No, they didn't. So, first of all, I did say that. First of all, what I'm going to address is the resolution. Unfortunately, this game was not made to run on modern day hardware. And one of the things that causes issues is turning the resolution up to 1080p. The screen doesn't look right. Like, the aspect ratio is all off, and it only shows a corner of the screen when it should show a lot more than that, obviously. But that is unfortunately what we're gonna have to deal with this game, and it's one of the reasons that this game, in my opinion, really needs to be remade or remastered. Okay, I mean, the game itself is good enough to warrant it, but the fact that it can't really be played too easily on modern day systems is kind of a huge deal. Now, I'm gonna quick save it, but the main reason why it's hard to play on modern day systems is because the installer is only a 16-bit installer, and you can't even open the installer on modern day systems. Like, my computer's a 64-bit, obviously. So
that thing looks whippable.
Unfortunately, I can't even open the installer to get the game installed onto my computer the normal way. So I had to have my brother do it for me, and he figured out a way, which is really awesome. Thank you, Zach. I'm gonna name drop him. Uh-oh, better not have done that. Anyway, so here we are with Indiana Jones, a running, working copy, and everything is, for the most part, smoothly going. Okay, some things are not as they should be, and we got a snake over here. Just gotta get rid of him real quick. There we go. This is just a dinky little pistol, your starter one. It's nothing special. So eventually, throughout the course of the game, I'll be able to get a lot better ones, which is really good. And it won't take 5,000 shots to kill one snake, luckily. So as I was mentioning, some of the problems that plagued this game while not running on like Windows 98 and 95, because that's what it came out during, so those are the two operating systems that are supported for this. I was trying to run it on XP as a kid, and some of the problems I ran into were the fact when you pick up treasures, it appears in the bottom right corner of your screen down there. Sometimes they would freeze and the animations wouldn't go all the way through, so it would be rotating and it would just stop. And so for the until I picked up another item, there would just be an item in the bottom right corner of the screen. And unfortunately, if you're picking something up, you can't open your inventory until it goes into your inventory. Like, it slides along across the bottom of the screen, as I'm about to show you up here. I'm gonna get another idol up here. And you're not able to open your inventory while it's doing that, so if it's frozen to the right side, you can't open your inventory at all. And there's a lot of hotkeys for most stuff that you need, but some stuff you just need to get in your inventory. So watch, as I pick this up, it's appearing in the bottom right, and it goes over to the left. If it doesn't go over to the left, it's broken, and you can't get into your inventory. And it's just random when it happens. I mean, it doesn't happen now. The way I have it set up now, for some reason, it just works fine. Except for, it doesn't like my recording software, and it likes to crash on me. So if that does happen, I'm sorry, but I'm going to work through it, and I'm going to edit it all out so things will run smoothly. Don't worry about that. I have been able to complete this entire game, though, on this computer, just not while recording, so there shouldn't be any game-breaking bugs. Up here we're gonna have a cutscene I'm gonna let play out. What does that mean, to
Funny
play
how
us
I didn't
out?
spot this before. If this is the prize, I'll lose my grant for sure. Where are the priceless artifacts? The gilded idols? The crowns of kings? Good news never travels that fast. Better get up there.
What? Who's that? Who's in that helicopter? Who's hearing that I found this little triangle clay, whatever it was? Who's hearing that? Who flew all the way out here for me? I'm about to find that out. But first, I'm gonna grab some more treasures. And obviously, this is one of my games of my childhood. I played this game. I beat this game numerous times. Still getting used to the controls. I never play it with a keyboard. I always had a little gamepad to play it with, but I played this game numerous times, so I know it's going to be coming up, unfortunately. If I could replay this game without any knowledge, I would in a second, just because of how great it is. It's truly a classic game, but I do know everything, so we're not going to have any problems getting stuck on puzzles or anything. So that's what makes this a little bit more of like it's kind of a walkthrough too, because some of the puzzles are pretty hard, but this game's really difficult to play nowadays, so it's not really a walkthrough, it's more of just a let's play of a game, because being able to get this running, I mean, as far as me, I'm not too tech worthy of figuring this out. Hopefully I will be able to through the power of college, but as of right now, we're just gonna continue playing this game and continue sucking at using keyboard and not mouse, because this game did not have mouse control. There is no camera, which is okay because the camera sticks to Jones's back, which it works pretty decently actually. Speaking of running though, the game runs only at 30 frames per second, which but it's an old game and there's really no point that it needs to run in 60. I'm not one of those people that can't just absolutely not play. I know I am not accusing people, I'm not bashing anybody, but if you can't play a game in 30 frames per second, I completely understand that, and I know why you can't. But me, obviously, I'm a console gamer my entire life, so I don't mind it, especially this game, because nothing is really too terrible. I'm not noticing really any stuttering going on right now as I play. Sometimes when a lot of action sequences are going on, like stuff's blowing up. There's not really action sequences, but when you have a lot of things going on the screen anyways, with multiple enemies shooting at you and a lot of stuff blowing up, it can drop in frames a little bit, but for the most part this runs pretty steady right now, and that's what we're looking for. I'm looking at a 25 frames per second, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with this anyway. This is sort of a love letter to this game as well as a let's play, because I mean, this game, right? Alright, came out in 1999. What do I really, have to say? This introductory episode is mainly just to introduce the game. So, the next episode is when the real stuff's gonna start. I'm just trying to acclimate everybody to the game right now, get them to understand the technical limitations. I already missed a trophy, didn't I? A treasure, I mean. There's a treasure back there. Oh, if this game was remade, that would be great, and have trophy support. I'd definitely have a platinum in the first week, I can guarantee it. I would be scouring these levels up and down for every last trophy that I could find, that I could acquire. Oh, if this game was remade, that'd just be great. And that's really what I want, but I know it's probably extremely unrealistic that it's going to happen, but this is going to be the end of the first episode. I'm going to come up here and there's going to be a cutscene, and then that's going to be the end of the first episode. So if you like this, if like what you saw so far, then that's great, but there really hasn't been any combat this first episode. We haven't gotten into the story too much, so I mean, if you haven't really found anything too great, stick with it. I mean, I'm guaranteeing you this game is wonderful, alright? And I saw Cinema Scare's video, not to bash them, but they were playing this and they said it was terrible, and it doesn't hurt my feelings, so that's their opinion. I understand that people can hate this game, but for me anyways, it's probably mostly nostalgia that I love it, but I absolutely love it, and it's just, skill and experience and all that culminated together. So anyway, this is going to be the end of the video after this cutscene up here, and I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, stick with it, please. I am telling you, this game is one of those games that is worth it. So enjoy this cutscene. Thank you for watching.
Oh no. What now? Sophia Hapgood.
Hello, Indy. Been a while.
I'll say. What brings you out west? Some psychic premonition about the treasures I should have found?
My, look at these wonderful potsherds.
It's the new thinking in archaeology. Find some worthless debris, analyze it, understand prehistory. Kind of noble, don't you think?
There's an iron curtain coming down on Europe, Indy. The Russians are taking over.
I read the papers.
Want a real chance to be noble? We need your help.
Uh-huh. Who's we?
When I joined during the war, it was the OSS. Now President Truman calls us the Central Intelligence Agency.
Is that what you're up to these days? Soviet sabotage? Atomic secrets?
Don't be silly. We've got whole battalions for that. It's my job to worry about more, unusual activity. Such as this dig site on the Euphrates River, south of Baghdad.
Babylon.
Remember your Bible? That's where mortals raised the Tower of Babel to invade heaven.
Well, you know, this does look like the ruins of Etemenanki, the ziggurat often identified with the tower.
Very good, Dr. Jones. You're looking at the brainchild of one Gennady Volodnikov of the Leningrad Physics Institute. He thinks there's some truth to the biblical legend.
Isn't he a godless communist?
He's a physicist who studies manifolds and hyperspace, quirky theoretical stuff.
Now, what's a guy like that doing in Babylon?
Not sure. All we really know is he thinks the atom bomb is a joke.
And why isn't the world laughing?
Indy, suppose the tower housed some deadly force no one else had ever heard of. Something as dangerous as nuclear fission.
And the Babylonians tore it down for reasons not discussed in the good book.
Exactly.
It's an amusing theory, but as you can see, I've got troubles of my own.
You don't think I flew out here from Washington just to relieve your boredom, I hope. This came from the Russian dig site.
Somebody made a mistake. This looks like part of a steam engine, maybe a locomotive from the last century.
There's no mistake. We've dated the thing. It's 2,600 years old.
Really? Look at that little wheel spin. How'd you find it?
Come on, Indy, we're the CIA. We have spies.